Here's a sweaty thought, rather sweaty analysis. Decided to reinvigorate this sweaty thoughts series, starting with this. I saw Last Night in Soho some time ago. Was marinating on it for a while. Watched a few reviews, but I suppose reviews are just that. I'm more of an analysis guy myself, so here are my thoughts. I really enjoyed it. This is the review part, I guess. I've seen like every Edgar Wright thing, you know, spaced from the beginning, you know. I went back after probably Hot Fuzz, saw Shaun of the Dead, spaced World's End when it came out in theaters, midnight. Been on the train for a while now. So when I first saw that Edgar Wright was kind of going a little more horror, which I loved, little giallo, which I also love, was very excited, and 60s, which I also love, and London. So all really cool stuff. I wanted to mainly talk about the analysis of the ending. So this is like spoiler area. If you haven't seen the movie, don't watch this part, because it's you gotta form your own opinion, you know. It's like the point of movies, right? At least more abstract stuff. So I really appreciate horror films that kind of have a you know, a message, but they work as a kind of standalone monster, ghost in this case, or like kind of haunted apartment kind of situation, or haunted city almost, you know. Pretty cool take on that. Now obviously in the beginning you kind of are led to believe that you know, a certain someone is doing all this killing. Who? Haha, doctor. Okay. Then you get the little twisty twist, and then it goes a little, as my friend P said, Ed Wright Shyamalan. We got twist on twist. So let's talk about the twists and talk about the kind of magical qualities we got, right? So obviously the first twist, Sandy's killing these kind of creepy dudes, and then it's I was very conflicted when I first experienced this, on account of, you know, obviously you kind of want to root for Sandy and all that, but you know, you kind of get to this situation and you start thinking, this is a little icky, right? Because these dudes that are asking for help are in fact, you know, like not the best people, right? But I suppose they're tortured souls, they're ghosts, right? So it kind of all adds up in that capacity. I think that classic, almost like, not quite a Casper thing, but that idea of kind of being scared by a ghost, but it's a misunderstanding of the communication between worlds. It's very good. It's a rich topic. A lot of kind of stories you can explore with those themes. Yeah, this case, right, we get the double twist, right? So then we find out old sander is, you know, the lady running the, renting out the apartment, right? So, of course, this is exciting as well. And, you know, adds up with that previous twist, right? Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the Terence stamp situation. A little red herring. But these, so some people kind of felt conflicted about, or like kind of thought that was like a cheap shot or something. But I think it kind of all adds up to the same point. Terence stamp twist, killer twist. Being that it was Sandy. Landlord twist. So that's 3 twists. Being that Sandy is the landlord. And then our 4th twist is kind of, there's like a kind of fake out situation where at that very ending there's that fashion show, and at first you think that she got and it's like she's dead or in the 60s in the spirit world kind of situation, but then you find out it's the fashion show and she found out how to kind of overcome her demons and embrace them and turn them into art, which is a cool message. And I can't remember the character's name. Michael O something is the actor, but he lived, and that was nice. I didn't want him to die, because when he got stabbed I was like upset. So yeah, a lot of good, like, I think the dramatic elements and the kind of comedic elements, a lot of people said it wasn't funny, and I was like, you're wrong, you know? It was definitely, especially with the college stuff, it had like a lot of humor, I think, and that got you to kind of disarm for the scarier bits, and also kind of sympathize with the characters and things like that, because a lot of the humor too was not necessarily from the protagonist, but kind of some crass humor from lewd kind of characters. So in conclusion, I think, well, to kind of tie in the thematic element, I think what's really why the twists work. At first I was like, too many twists, right? I'm not sure how I feel about it. It was a bit of a, like, the beginning was cool and then the end was a little wild, right? But then I was reflecting on it and I was like, you know what? It's better that it's not a simple, you know, Matt Smith's killing people and then she's got to stop them. Like, it's like, that's too predictable. These twists, obviously, are surprising, but they're not just that. That would be disappointing. After marinating on it and thinking about this, I really appreciate the twist because I'm like so pulling the yarn for 8.5 minutes. I think the twists work because basically it shows that, as cliche as it may seem, the monsters are not black and white. It's not, this guy's bad, this character's good. Everybody has the potential to become bad or to have that kind of Joker situation, that one bad day kind of thing, or a series of situations. And so it kind of shows it's not good and evil. It's not just black and white, right? The cop we thought is a sleazy dude, so we think he's a killer, but he's a cop. So it's like these things, it's showing these characters who are usually good or bad are more complex than that, just as we as humans are, which is totally relevant. And that's like the idea of art, right? Is you learn something from it and you apply it to your life. It's not just mindless entertainment. So I think this has some really interesting elements, namely about identity and about the monster within, and kind of facing your own inner demons and coming to peace with them and learning how to use them to your advantage, as Eloise does when she makes that bitchin' 60s clothing line. And then she still sees Sandy in the mirror. You know, it's like she's still haunted by her past. But now it's back in the mirror. It's not controlling her. It's in check. So it doesn't go away, you know? But you can deal with it. It's very, you know, as far as terms of trauma and all the kind of themes, obviously, of sort of the SA variety, that idea of kind of overcoming things and turning a weakness into a strength. And being aware that most of the bad people start out as good people, and then bad things happen to them and they become bad people themselves. So yeah, very complex, very good stuff. And yeah, great film. Check it out if you haven't. But if you haven't, you shouldn't be watching this part of the video. Okay, a lot of stuff to do today. There's people by, so sayonara. All right, bye.